Pisces, welcome to your November 2015 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. Just a couple of things I wanted to remind you of before we get started. My final rune class of 2015 begins November 2nd and that will run through December 7th. If you're watching on the October side, you do still have a few days to sign up for that. It's $185 for the full course. It's 6 weeks. So you can sign up until 12 p.m. Eastern time on October 29th. If you want to do that, just drop me a line at my email address. You'll find it in the video or below this video in the details section. Also wanted to mention I will be appearing on an internet radio show on November 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's Solar Temple Radio, and that's on Blog Talk. And I'll post the link here, probably as a little the info button. If you just tap on that, it will show you that link. And we're just going to be talking about the runes and their uses, a little bit about probably the mythology and history of that. So definitely check that out if you are interested in the runes. But let's jump in here, Pisces, and see what the runes have to tell you for November. A lot they want to tell you. And as always, Pisces, these are general readings, so not all messages will pertain to you. Those that don't are for other Pisces out there watching. A way to kind of solidify things or get more clarification, you can watch your rising sign video as well. And that will also contain some messages for you. If you'd like a reading that's all about you, drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. Again, it's in the video and below the video. Just tap that little arrow beneath the video and it'll open that details section with everything that I just mentioned there. I do my readings on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. So drop me a line if you want to set that up. It is a good time right now to get a reading because you'll beat the January rush for 2016. If you get a reading right now, we're going to be talking mostly about next year. So I do encourage you, if you don't want to wait, to go ahead and set that up in November or December, and we'll take a look and see how 2016 is going to play out for you. But right now, let's focus on November, Pisces. I feel like you are... many of you are focusing on taking your power back. There may be a situation where you feel like your someone's negativity has kind of permeated your life in a way. And, you know, I feel like this is a past thing though. And in November, you're focusing on, okay, how do I get this back? How do I get rid of this person? And some of you may be using, because you have the Magician card in reverse. Some of you, and also I'm using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Cannon Reed and Martin Cannon. Just wanted to throw that in there since people always ask me. Some of you may be using magical means to do this. You may be banishing someone, you may be banishing a situation, banishing negativity in November. And I think that's a wise thing to do, Pisces. If that is something you know how to do. Because there seems to be, for a lot of you, a feminine energy around. Does not have to be a woman, you know, but this rune normally is a female energy who was a deceitful manipulator, and you are trying to just get rid of her influence or banish this person or make it so she cannot affect you anymore. So, I mean, for some of you, this could be someone you have to work with or a family member that you can't like fully escape from. Because normally if it's just an acquaintance, you know, or if it's someone online, we can unfriend them or whatever. Maybe it's someone you have to see at school though. Maybe it's a professor. I mean, there are a lot of different ways this can work out. But you're trying to figure out, how can I lessen this person's effect on me? And, you know, a lot of this may have to do with just changing your mindset, Pisces, on, you know, what does she know? Why does her opinion matter? Or, you know, so don't take on other people's beliefs about you because, you know, they probably really don't know you if they have a negative view of you. And there's probably an agenda if someone is trying to, or maybe they feel like they're jealous, they're envious of your abilities and your powers and gifts, and they're trying to make light of them or make you feel small. So if there's someone doing this, In November, Pisces, we'll move along and see like what the best course of action would be to you know, deal with this. But I feel like there's a diminishing of this. You're going to be able to find a way to diminish it. But again, a lot of it I think has to do with just your mental process and how, you know, don't internalize things that other people, especially people like this, things that they say, negative types. If they think negatively of you, those kind of people, you're doing something right. Trust me on that. Trust me, I'm on YouTube. The comments I get, yeah, you get what I'm saying. But let's see what other guidance we can get for you here. Some of you are going to be working very hard also in the month of November, probably to finish up projects, because you have the Seven of Pentacles here. So you may be reworking something. You may be, this could be something that, you know, you are kind of starting over on. Maybe you feel like it was not up to task before, or it was, you thought it was going to be a failure. So this could be a job, this could be a class, this could be a creative project that you're working on, because you are focusing on, you know, the work and working very hard, and there's a lot to do. So try not to be overwhelmed. This may be something that you were kind of like, I'm not going to try that because I'll fail. You had kind of talked yourself out of it in the first place, or you talked yourself out of going for a promotion or going for a job. But this is somebody who takes pride in their work, and you have a lot of attention to detail, and you are, this could be a money maker. If this is a creative project, this could make you some, you know, there are a lot of opportunities. I feel like you're determined. You're determined to turn a situation around. You're determined to complete a project. You're determined to complete a class. You're determined to end on a high note with something, and very, very focused on this and doing good work with the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. You are doing good work here, and again, taking pride in it and paying attention to the little things, the minor details that others may not see. So some of you may be fixing someone else's mistakes. So, I mean, it could be someone else's failure is, you know, you're fixing that, and it's going to bring you recognition and other opportunities. So November is a month where you will be working hard, but again, it's work that I think you enjoy, Pisces, for most of you. So, yeah, you could be working on a creative project if this is not your job, your day job. Now, the help that's going to be available to you, wow, lots of fun stuff going on in November. There's a new beginning or a birth. So some of you maybe, I mean, we do have a lot of fertility runes on the table here, Pisces. Some of you could be giving birth in November. You could find out you're pregnant. If you don't want to get pregnant, you know what I always say, take the precautions. But even those of you who do, you know, if it is a surprise, I feel like for most of you, it's going to be a good surprise because there's a lot of celebration in the air for November. You have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups can talk about a reunion, a coming together, which would make sense because in the States, at least, we do have Thanksgiving in November. If you celebrate that, you may be coming together with family, traveling to see family. You also have a lot of travel runes here, so many of you will be doing that. Some of you may just be going on a vacation. You may be going to see someone you haven't seen in a long time and spend some time with them. Many of you, this may be a romantic partner. If you are in a long distance relationship, you may be spending some time in November. Maybe you're going to their home for Thanksgiving if you live in the States, and are meeting their family or reinforcing those bonds. But yeah, for those of you that it's not travel, this could just be a lot of communication that's rather romantic and creative. Or, you know, very exciting and romantic. This could be romance as well. Some of you may be writing a romance. That's how, you know, with the Seven of Pentacles. I know November is NaNoWriMo month. Maybe some of you are working on a project that is about love or inspired by love. Doesn't have to be a book. It could be a painting. It could be a song, anything where, and this could be something you're going back to. Because again, with this rune and the Three of Cups, there's a good sense of going back to something that you didn't think was working, or continuing with something that you kind of thought was off the rails, but figuring out how to put it back together, and it comes together rather beautifully. Now, for some of you, this could be a relationship, a new relationship that is opening up, beginning, and you're just going to feel very positive about this. And it may be a reunion for some of you with someone from the past that you have missed, that this is very much a soul connection. For some of you, it could be somebody from a past life, and it just feels like a reunion. So I see a lot of communication going on, a lot of dates, a lot of traveling to see each other. Or so I think socially, November could be pretty busy, even though you'll be working hard. Pisces, I do see you doing social things and, you know, going out and about to see people as well. Now, what can't be changed about November is that this negative issue that was coming up, and with the Three of Swords in reverse, again, I feel like this is old news. So this is stuff that's still just kind of, it comes back in sometimes, this person. So that's why I feel like it's somebody that maybe you're connected to, but you don't see all the time. Maybe this is somebody you have to see at Thanksgiving, but maybe they're not coming, and you're like, yes, they're not going to be there. I'm so happy. I don't have to deal with that. But yeah, this indicates that, you know, a betrayal or something from the past, the pain of that, the you know, the separation maybe from someone from the past, it doesn't hurt as much. The pain is lessening. You know, it doesn't, you know, it will always be there underlying, of course, when we lose someone, whether this was a death or whether this was, you know, someone that you cared about that's no longer in your life. Of course, we will always kind of carry that. You don't ever fully lose that, but it hurts less. It's less in the forefront. You have positive things coming in to take the place of that in November, and you're seeing that. And in all areas, Pisces, because you've got some very strong money runes down here as well. Some of you may be going on interviews in November. And if you are going on interviews, taking tests, because we were talking, I was getting a kind of academic pull for some of you where, you know, you were just trying to finish this class and get a good grade. But some of you may be going on interviews, taking exams, and doing very well on that. And those of you who are looking to change jobs or are going on interviews in November, it's going to go very well for you, because not only is this going to be good money with Fehu here, you're going to get the offer. You're going to find out in November, many of you, that you have the job. But these are good people. These are people that you like. Some of you are really going to find a group or really find a company that you fit in with. And it may not be something you were expecting. Some of you may find out about a job, or maybe within the company you're working in, or an ability to move up, or a position that's opened up that you weren't expecting. And you were like, hey, I never thought that person would leave, or I never thought that job would be open, but it is now, so I'm going to go for it. And you should, because November, I mean, you're really kind of the golden child here, Pisces. You got a lot of good stuff, a lot of protection around you. With Aeol here, you got your spirit guides trying to guide you. So disruptions are going to be good ones in November, and any bad ones, I feel like it's just, don't waste time on it, because it's not, by the end of November, even if, you know, you're concerned about someone, or, you know, feeling hurt by someone at the beginning of November, by the end, it's going to do a complete, maybe not with that person, but you're going to feel completely different about where you're going and where you're headed, and your relationships. Some of you may be collaborating, working on creative projects with a group of people. So this could be a band. This could be, you know, a group of writers, a group of people who get together and, you know, talk about, you know, your pursuits, talk about their craft. Some of you may find a theater group Those of you who are actors and actresses, you may find a theater group or an improv group that you're really like, I love this stuff. I love what these people are doing. God, I really want to be part of this. And they're going to want you too. They're going to want you too. And I mean, it's going to lead to money-making opportunities. If it's a creative project that you're just kind of doing yourself, Pisces, in November, it's going to lead to money in the future. Like many of you, this will be your career. You may have a day job too, but I feel like many of you are going to move on and beyond that and be able to do what you love for your career. So, and that's what your spirit guides are trying to get you to do. They're putting you in line with the right people. They're getting you in the right company. They're getting you with the right group of people to move forward on your path and in the right direction. So, same with college education. You'll find that this class, no matter how difficult another student it may be, or someone you'd have to do a group project with, or the professor, no matter how difficult they've been, you are going to be able to sail through what counts, which is, let's face it, the final exam and that final grade. You're going to do very well. Now, the outcome for November does have to do with family, and because we have Othilla. So again, going back to that kind of, coming together with family, coming together with people that we haven't seen in a while. Now, there may be some, with the King of Pentacles in reverse coming up, some of you may not be sure if you're going to be able to get off work, because the Pentacles are normally associated with our Earth sign people. So Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Or it can just be saying this is the money guy. This is your boss. This is the guy you applied to for a loan, or... So unfortunately, the way this can work at the end of November, Pisces, is that you're not able to get off work to go for Thanksgiving, or maybe you only get Thanksgiving Day off, and so you can't stay very long. I feel like many of you are going to see your family regardless, but it may either just be for a shorter period of time. Maybe you recently started a new job, and for some reason they have you work on Friday. Or something, or you're not able to fully maybe take that whole week off if you were planning to do so. Some of you may be finding that there's, you're trying to buy property, or you've been looking to, because this can also mean real estate or property, that you may be finding there's some sort of delay around getting financing or loan for that if you want to purchase a home or a car, really any big ticket item. There may be a bit of a delay around that, or somebody may not approve you. I really feel like you shouldn't worry about whatever this is too much if that's how this plays out, Pisces, because I feel like you're still going to be able to do this. You may just have to apply to a different financial organization, or, you may have to shorten your time that you're with family, but the time that you spend is going to be wonderful. And you're really going to enjoy it. So, if some of you are trying to get a new job and there's a delay, if you don't hear back when you were thinking you would hear back, I don't think it means you didn't get the job. There may just be one further step, or maybe there's one more person you have to talk to, and maybe you don't get on with him as well as you got on with the first person, but that's okay. I really think the first person, maybe if you're going on a second interview and you're like, oh, I don't think he liked me. I do think that the other person's recommendation will be fine, and maybe this person doesn't come off like they like you, but in actuality they do. You just couldn't read them. Maybe he's very stoic, and so you can't kind of pick up, I don't know if this guy likes me or not, or if he thinks I'm qualified or not. I don't know. So yeah, I really wouldn't worry about any people who are kind of trying to harsh your mellow in November, Pisces, because it really does look to be a positive month. You're going to be very busy, but you're going to get a lot done. And there is a lot of new relationships developing, and you're kind of like finding your people, whether that's in a romantic sense, a friendship, or just like reconnecting with family members. There's a lot of positivity in your interactions with other people in November. So good luck with that. Enjoy that. Remember, if you want to take a look at 2016, drop me a line and we'll get you set up for that. Otherwise, I will see you back here in December.